published 17:30 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 10th of May 2018, updated 1953 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 10th of May 2018. Eddie Jones brought Danny Cipriani back from international exile on Thursday with a stark warning that if he proves to be a bad character, he won't last long in the England setup. The national coach confirmed his rethink about the 30-year-old Wasps playmaker by rewarding his outstanding form with a place in the 34-man squad for next month's tour of South Africa. Cipriani, who last won a cap in August 2015, has been presented with an opportunity to revive his Test career, providing he fits in and makes a good impression. Danny Cipriani was brought back from England exile after being recalled for South Africa tour in the past. Jones has hinted at misgivings about the fly half's ability to do just that, but his stance has shifted in the face of overwhelming evidence about Cipriani's credentials as a game-changer. The Australian said, "I'm convinced there is something he can offer because he's made changes to his game and his character will come through. If he's a good character, he could be in the team for a long time. If he's a bad character, there's always a plane back from Johannesburg." Asked if he was concerned about the notion of baggage in relation to Cipriani, he added, "The baggage doesn't worry me. It's how he behaves. I can't control what he's done in the past. All I can do is control what he does in the future. It's about how he comes in, how he reacts, how he communicates with other players, how he responds to coaching and how he understands the way we want to play and fit into that mold." But coach Eddie Jones warned Cipriani he will be on first plane home if he does not behave. They have to give him flexibility to display his talent. He's got a creative talent and we don't want to annul that, but he has to understand that there is a team and he has to play within the team. In recent weeks, Cipriani has been acclaimed as the best number 10 in the country, but Jones may consider him in another position. "He could play 15, he said. "I've seen him play 15 well as a younger guy and there's no reason he couldn't do that now." Jones's decision to pick Kiwi flanker Brad Shields before he has left the Wellington-based Hurricanes to join Wasps has caused a storm in New Zealand. Jones confirmed that Shields won't join the squad until they arrive in South Africa, which means he will struggle to force his way into the matchday 23 for the first test on June 9th. The head coach described his faraway recruit as gritty and a great backup to Chris Robshaw. "So, what are the contentious aspects of this call-up?" Asked about picking a player not deemed good enough for the All Blacks, Jones said, "I'm not worried about what the All Blacks do. Steve Hansen is old enough and wise enough to know who he wants to pick and I'm old enough and wise enough to know who I want to pick." Jones justified his pick of Brad Shields. "I'm quite entitled to pick England qualified players I can add to the team. My responsibility is to pick England qualified players. I get a list and I pick the best out of that list. I don't decide the regulations." Hours before Jones named his squad, the NZRU lambasted the RFU for fast-tracking him. Invited to respond, Jones said, "Why should I respond to a Kiwi? New Zealand are quite entitled to say what they want to say. And I'm quite entitled to pick England qualified players." Owen Farrell will be tour captain in the absence of concussion victim Dylan Hartley. In outlining the challenge he faces in the leadership role, Jones admitted it involves fostering a sense of unity which went missing during the Six Nations, in English rugby in particular. "The key for the captain is to get people to work together, because it is a sporting environment here that is based around selfishness," he said. Owen Farrell, pictured with Saracens, will captain the tour in place of the absent Dylan Hartley. Dylan has been outstanding at getting the team to work together. We got complacent about unity without a doubt in the Six Nations, amid the optimism generated by the inclusion of rookie Sale playmaker Cameron Redpath and flankers Jack Willis and Ben Earl, from Wasps and Saracens respectively. There was a note of concern about a familiar figure. Billy Vunipola's participation is in some doubt. When Jones was asked if he is confident the world-class number 8 will be fit to travel, he said, "I'm not. I'm just waiting to see how he gets through the next couple of games." Don Armand stood out as the unluckiest absentee given his monumental feats for Exeter, but Jones said, "We just don't feel he's going to add to the squad at this stage," and Harlequins fly-half sensation Marcus Smith, 19, will have to be patient, as Jones added, "He's not ready to play international rugby. Cipriani is ready. He's been ready for years. Now he has another shot and it is well deserved."